Presiden Prabowo Subianto menyampaikan pernyataan yang berbanding terbalik dengan Presiden Amerika Serikat Donald Trump saat pidato dalam sesi debat umum Perserikatan Bangsa-Bangsa atau PBB pada Selasa malam. Trump sempat mengkritik PBB yang dianggap tidak berguna, berkebalikan dengan Presiden Prabowo.
Presiden Prabowo menepis pernyataan Presiden Amerika Serikat mengenai relevansi peran PBB saat ini. Prabowo menyampaikan bahwa tanpa PBB, tak ada satupun negara yang akan aman. Para pemimpin dunia bisa hadir dan berkumpul dalam satu ruangan untuk membahas berbagai permasalahan dunia. Sementara Trump berujar, PBB bak macan kertas yang tak bisa menghentikan konflik selain melalui kata-kata kosong belaka.
I ended 7 wars, and in all cases they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed. This includes Cambodia and Thailand, Kosovo and Serbia, the Congo and Rwanda, a vicious, violent war that was, Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, and Armenia and Azerbaijan. It included all of them. No president or prime minister, and for that matter, no other country has ever done anything close to that. And I did it in just 7 months. It's never happened before.
I propose to this assembly a message of hope and optimism, grounded in action and execution. Today, we heard the speech of Madam President, the President of the United Nations General Assembly. Yes, it is true what she said. Without the International Civil Aviation Organization, will we be here today? Will we sit in this great hall? Without the United Nations, we cannot be safe. No country can feel secure. We need the United Nations, and Indonesia will continue to support the United Nations. Even though we still struggle, but we know the world needs a strong United Nations.
Ketika berbicara soal kemerdekaan Palestina, Presiden Prabowo kembali menekankan Indonesia siap mengakui Israel jika Palestina merdeka dalam kerangka solusi 2 negara. Pernyataan ini berbeda dengan pidato Trump yang menyoroti banyak negara belakangan mengakui negara Palestina secara sepihak. Presiden AS itu menyebut pengakuan sepihak hanya akan memberikan hadiah untuk Hamas, narasi serupa yang digaungkan Israel.
As everyone knows, I have also been deeply engaged in seeking a ceasefire in Gaza. Have to get that done. Have to get it done. Unfortunately, Hamas has repeatedly rejected reasonable offers to make peace. We can't forget October 7th, can we? Now, as if to encourage continued conflict, some of this body is seeking to unilaterally recognize a Palestinian state. The rewards would be too great for Hamas terrorists for their atrocities. This would be a reward for these horrible atrocities.
We must have an independent Palestine, but we must also recognize, we must also respect, and we must also guarantee the safety and security of Israel. Only then we can have real peace, and no longer hate and no longer suspicion. The only solution is this 2-state solution. 2 descendants of Abraham must live in reconciliation, peace, and harmony.
Sedangkan soal krisis iklim, Kepala Negara menegaskan Indonesia berkomitmen untuk memenuhi kewajiban Perjanjian Paris 2015 menargetkan capaian emisi nol bersih tahun 2060 jauh lebih awal. Sementara Trump dalam pidatonya justru menyerang kebijakan iklim dan energi terbarukan. Trump juga menyindir Eropa dan menuding Tiongkok menghasilkan banyak CO2 dibanding negara maju lainnya.
Energy is another area where the United States is now thriving like never before. We're getting rid of the falsely named renewables. By the way, they're a joke. They don't work. They're too expensive. They're not strong enough to fire up the plants that you need to make your country great. The wind doesn't blow. Those big windmills are so pathetic and so bad, so expensive to operate. And they have to be rebuilt all the time, and they start to rust and rot. Most expensive energy ever conceived, and it's actually energy. You're supposed to make money with energy, not lose money. You lose money, the governments have to subsidize. You can't put them out without massive subsidies. And most of them are built in China, and I give China a lot of credit. They build them, but they very few wind farms. So why is it that they build them and they send them all over the world, but they barely use them? You know?
We have to start now. Therefore, we choose to confront climate change, not by slogans, but by immediate steps. We are committed to meeting our 2015 Paris Agreement obligations. We aim to achieve net zero emission by 2060, and we are very confident we can achieve net zero emission much earlier. We aim to reforest more than 12 million hectares of degraded forest, to reduce forest degradation, to empower local communities with quality green jobs for the future. Indonesia is shifting decisively from fossil fuel-based development towards renewable-based development. From next year, most of our additional power generation capacity will come from renewables. Our goal is clear: to lift all of our citizens out of poverty and make Indonesia a hub for solutions to food, energy, and water security.
Tim Liputan, MetroTV.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.